Hello interwebs! I'm back again from a brief hiatus to bring you another toy review of Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. This was recently released at Hasbro PulseCon and it just got delivered the other day. So let's go in here and take a look. Here's the box. You get Cobra Commander on the front here. Very nice box art. Got some more art here of some Cobra motifs. Let's take a closer look there. Yep. This side's the same thing. On the top of it, it just has the number 9 and a cobra. On the bottom, just some legalese and barcodes. And then on the back, it has this really cool, same thing, cobra design here. And it is, like you can see, it's, you can kind of see through the box there. So let's take it out. There we go. It's basically that same design that was on the back. And then you have the front with just a giant cobra head right there. I want to compare this real quick to the Snake Eyes we got earlier this year. Its box. I don't know if you can tell already, but it's much smaller. Here's the Snake Eyes one from earlier this year. Doesn't even fit in frame, but much bigger. It's plus this comes with a lot more stuff. The poster and all the extra accessories for Snake Eyes. And then here, as you can kind of see already, it splits open. So let's take a look at that. It's a really cool reveal. So when you open it, it kind of pushes the figure out, and it's on its card, or it's on the bubble, and it displays all of his accessories right there, the figure right there. And this would by itself be a cool display piece. Let's see what happens when you look at the back. So look at the back, you have all these symbols here. Cobra Commander there. So this in itself would be a cool display piece, just like that. So now let's take a look at the figure and all the accessories. Okay, we have Supreme Cobra Commander out of his plastic prison. And I didn't really notice this before, but when you take the plastic bubble out, the back of the box looks like a throne. So it looks like a Cobra throne there. Now that is pretty cool. That's a nice detail. Again, you can just display the figure in this like this, and it would be a great display piece. So let's take a look at all the accessories for Cobra Commander before we take a look at the figure. So he gets 2 more hands. He has a fisted hand for his left arm, a right pointing finger hand, and then on the figure itself, you have a trigger holding hand and a open palm hand. This is probably for holding his other accessory he comes with, which is a globe. So this globe is just in gold plastic. Can you see it there? Hopefully. And then of course he has a scepter. And it has a cobra head on it, of course. And then in his holster, in his sheath, he has a sword. Gold plastic, cobra head, red paint here. That looks pretty cool. And then a pistol. All in gold, again. So, and this pistol, since we're on the topic of it, the holster here looks like it's a different shape for a different type of gun. So this pistol kind of doesn't fit quite right. Kind of wobbles around in there. Doesn't want to go in straight. But that's fine. There you go. So it kind of just wobbles around in there. It looks like it's shaped for a traditional type of looking pistol. And what's really happening is this little piece at the top, it doesn't fit in all the way. So it makes it wobble around. It's all good though. This is a great looking figure. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. As you can see, he comes with a cloth cape. The cloth cape here does have a couple little buckles, Cobra buckles there. And the way the cape is held on is it's just these elastic bands right here. So that should be pretty easy to take off, as you can see. So if you want to pose them around and put the cape back on. And on the subject of the cape, it looks like almost like I guess the tongue of a cobra or a tail. But anyway, it does have this really nice scale pattern. And it's not just printed on there, it is sewn in there, or more like embossed. So it's a nice touch to it. And on camera, it looks kind of black, but it's more of a really, really dark navy. Even in person, it almost looks black, but it's more of a really, really dark navy. The helmet itself, it's of a really matte paint. Take a look at it around there, on the back there. And then he has all these really cool details on his suit. Basically, that same design that's on the box is printed on his top tunic here. I don't know if you can see all those details. And then scaling detail on the top of the tunic. A little cobra symbol there on the collar, hard to see there. Red gauntlets with the cobra logo. Same on the other side. Scales on his pants, both sides. And that same symbol that you saw on the box art, it's right there printed on the leg as well. It just looks really nice. This is a really, really well designed figure. It's a great display piece, in my opinion. And if you look under his cape, this is a very embarrassing position for a cobra to be in. But that same design's printed on the back here as well. So it's like that whole cobra design is printed everywhere, which it looks really awesome. Let's take this off. Let's take a look at his articulation next. So he's got, looks like a disc hinge in the neck, so he can look down, he can look up. It's just out of the box, so it's a little stiff. There you go. Of course, look side to side. A little bit of tilt, but since it's a helmet, it doesn't, give you a lot of affordance for the tilt. His arms should be able to go all the way to the side. Let's take a look. Yep, can go all the way to the side. Can, swivel around. The cape does get a little wind a little bit. Just be careful with the elastic there. You don't want to rip it. A bicep swivel right there. Also does have a butterfly joint in there. Not a ton of movement, but enough for, it looks like it gives it more back movement than it does forward movement. Let's take this sword out so we can take a look better at his arm. A double jointed elbow. Really good movement there. Look how much it curls. That's really good. He has an ab crunch. It's very stiff on mine. It goes back a little bit. Not forward or much. I don't want to, push it too much. There is a swivel under the tunic. It's just this tunic is on very tightly, but there is a swivel in there. It's under the tunic. His legs, pretty much the same articulation as you get like on other G.I. Joe figures, but with the length of his tunic, it kind of gets in the way a little bit, but we don't need Cobra to be that articulated. It's enough spread there. Of course, you got a thigh swivel. It does break up the sculpt a little bit. The boot is here. So the boot does cover the knee joint, which is really nice, so it doesn't look as messy. But it's double jointed as well. He can kick his own rear. There you go. I didn't talk about it before, but these boots look really nice too. They look armored. And then let's take a look at his ankle. So he's got some ankle tilt on there. He's got some backward movement and some forward movement. Sweet. So now we'll take a look at some comparisons with some other figures. Okay, let's bring in some other figures to compare Supreme Cobra Commander with. We got the Snake Eyes exclusives from earlier in the year. They stand about the same height. Cobra's helmet might be just a little bit taller, but pretty much the same height. They go very well together. And then we'll take a look at some other Hasbro offerings. We've got some Power Rangers Lightning Collection, a female body mold, and a male body mold. So they scale very well together. We've got some Marvel Legends. So we've got a male body mold here and a female body mold here. So again, very well scaled. We've got some Star Wars here. Star Wars ones are a bit shorter. That's probably just because the Mandalorian is a shorter character. And then we've got one more here. Oops, not Cobra Commander. You stay. You go. We've got a Transformer, just a little bit taller. This is a Optimus Prime, of course, from Earthrise. This is technically a leader class, but it's more of in the Voyager scale. So not much taller, so more like on the closer to the 6.5 inch versus a 6 inch. But there he is with some other figures to compare to. So here are my final thoughts on the Supreme Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. This is a great figure, great accessories, great presentation with this box. Even if you're not into G.I. Joe like me, I'm not personally really into G.I. Joe. I only have the Snake Eyes figure and this figure. It makes a great display piece. Plus they're fun to play with. And if you want, if they're still available, you can get a couple of them so that way you can keep one in package to display and keep one to mess around with. Or just play with your toys. That's what I do. But I really appreciate you guys' time. This is a great figure. I would recommend it. And you guys have a good one. Thanks for your time. Bye.